It's okay, it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna beat you anyway.
Oh, it's gonna be easy, bro. I have no time. I have all the time in the world. You have like 15 seconds.
Doesn't
Easy,
matter.
easy,
Doesn't matter.
easy. Okay, this is gonna be fun. All right, I got all the time in the world. I got this.
Ready?
I got this.
Set, go.
I don't know which way to go. Wait.
Yours looks bad.
Mine looks bad.
Yes.
Hey, you got 30 seconds, bud.
What step is even that?
15 seconds left.
Hold on. So if I take it, wait.
Grain.
Wait.
Tell me that don't look like a crane. That's a crane right there.
Oh, that was good.
That looks like a little. Oh yeah, it looks like a
Hey,
shark.
focus on your crane, bro.
All right, my crane's gonna be beautiful. What am I doing here?
He has all this time and still can't figure it out.
All right, hold on. How do you get that?
Looks like this, bro. Come on.
Like that? All right, hold up. I got a Star Destroyer.
Terrible.
Okay.
One hour later.
I think I would lose it if if one of y'all brought me a crane, a full-on complete origami crane.
That's the one I made in 30 seconds.
The last one you made in 30 seconds.
Yeah, they cut it.
How? I am so confused. I don't know how to get to step 8. How do you get that little pocket? All right, we're just gonna improvise. Mine is 100%
Okay,
better.
actually look at this.
Hold on. If we compare, you got yours. That's like that's a straight sailboat. Then you got the crane, and then I got like a fighter jet or spaceship.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Mine, no, this is better than yours. Alright, so the movie starts off. Iron Man lost in space, stuck with the blue evil Thanos daughter. So they're in space, time is running out. He sends a video to his wife, stuck on Earth. Almost out of oxygen, loses all hope. Out of nowhere, bright flash, Captain Marvel saves the day, takes them back to Earth. All the Avengers are like, oh my gosh, Tony, you're back. Wow, that's insane. And then they start planning how to revive everybody. So we know that at this point, let's see, Spider-Man, gone. Thor is fat. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, then they start making a time machine. Eventually, so once they get the time machine, they prepare, we're gonna go back in time and get all the Infinity Stones. So at that point, once we go back in time, we can then use the Infinity Stones and snap everybody back to life. But in the process of getting all the Infinity Stones, Thanos finds out that they're doing this, I think finds a way to come forward in time, and then there's a massive battle. So out of nowhere, Doctor Strange opens portals and all of like the allies to all the Avengers come out of these portals. Black Panther, Spider-Man, all these people are coming back, and it's an awe-inspiring moment. Eventually, after lots of fight, one key point is Captain America picks up Thor's hammer and completely uppercuts Thanos. Soon after this, Iron Man swoops in, saves the day. Thanos thinks he has all the Infinity Stones, goes for the snap again. At which point Iron Man has them, he snaps it, and he dies. And then the whole movie is saved. The end.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, you have 30 seconds. I can timer for
You got 30 seconds to do everything I just said.
Dude, how many times have you watched this movie?
Once.
There's no way, I forgot it.
Hey, when it's a
All
good
that
movie,
stuff.
I remember everything.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
You got this,
Okay.
buddy.
So in the beginning, all these people are dying. Spider-Man's dead, blah, 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 this, that. And then they're chilling and they find Thor fat. And they try to go back in time to get all the stones back to defeat Thanos, blah, blah, blah. And when they're doing that, they release a massive battle, and all these other people from all these other things, like Black Panther, he said, started coming, helping. And then when Thanos was trying to like kill him, Iron Man died. I got it.
When Thanos tried to kill him, Iron Man died.
There you go.
One of my all-time favorite movies growing up was Aladdin. I used to watch this movie legit like 10 times a year, and I could quote it up and down. But let's just get this out of the way right now. The old movie is way better than the new rendition. My favorite character was obviously the genie because he was hilarious. It used to trip me out as a kid though because I would go to all the lamps in my house and ask the lamps for things I wanted. On a real note, wouldn't that be awesome if that was how life worked? Like, if we had a genie on us all the time, we could ask the genie anything and it would happen, right? If you had access to someone or something who could give you anything, there's no limit to what we would ask for. We would ask for the Xbox, the car, the girl, or the guy, and even bigger stuff than that, right? I'd imagine we would all be like that if we had access. Sometimes for some of us watching today, we pray or ask God for some things as if God is this genie. When it comes to us praying to God, we just delight in what we want, which is totally normal because that's what I do all the time. When I want something, I'm always like, okay, God, please let the Longhorns win. Or please, God, if I could have this or if I could have that, that would make my life so awesome. And if we were to look at how we pray, I would say for those of us who do pray, it kind of feels like, God, if you do blank, then I will blank. God, please make this happen. Maybe you've experienced before when we get into this if-then mode, our wishes and desires don't come true, or they don't happen, we start feeling differently about God. When something doesn't happen, isn't this true? When our circumstances don't change, our heart towards God does. We start asking the question of, is God punishing me for some reason? Or is he even listening to my prayers? What's the point of prayer if my circumstances don't change? Maybe you're here and you're watching and you're not a Christian. You don't believe in this whole God thing and this was your viewpoint of prayer. Maybe this has caused you some doubt. Like, why would I believe in a God who doesn't do anything I ask for? Which is totally fair. Or maybe you're here and you are a Christian and this absolutely frustrates you. Like, I keep asking God for this or for real things like, God, please help me in this area of my life, and you feel like he's not listening to you. And our heart starts to change towards God. So if this has caused any doubt or any question about if God is personal or does he care about me, I think the important question to ask is then, well, what is the purpose of prayer? Like, why would I still devote time to pray? There was actually a time when Jesus was speaking into this point. And if there was anybody who ever lived in the world who knew the real purpose of prayer, it would be Jesus. Jesus prayed more than anybody who ever lived. And he was speaking to one of the largest crowds during one of his sermons. And we're going to pick up what he's talking about in Matthew 6. Here's what he says. He says, when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. And you might be sitting there thinking, well, I already do that, and nothing has worked. So what now, Jesus? Jesus continues on and he says this. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. Let's put a pause button on that. A reward? So what you're saying, Jesus, is if I do what I already do, then I should get what I'm asking for. Where is my reward? See, I had similar questions when I first read this. But what I find so interesting is that, okay, if Jesus really claimed to be the Son of God, then why did he pray so much? Like, he did miracles, he performed some of the most incredible things, he was considered perfect, so what did he need from God? See, here's the thing that Jesus knows that we miss all the time. He knew that if we view prayer as an ask and receive type of relationship, we miss the whole point of prayer. He knew that prayer wasn't about what God could give me in that moment. He knew prayer was about being connected and having our hearts more aligned with God. Think about it this way. Right here, this is my dad, one of the greatest people in the entire world. I love him to death. But if the extent of our relationship was me asking things of him, like, hey dad, can you give me some money for this? Hey dad, can you do this for me? Hey Papa Bear, can you do all these things for me in my life? See, my relationship with my dad wouldn't be good. Because if my dad didn't give me what I wanted at the moment, my heart and feelings would start to change for him. Sometimes, much like our relationship with God. Jesus knew that nothing else in the world matters. The only thing in the world that matters is your personal growing relationship with him. The reward that he's talking about is an inner sense of peace, knowing that God is with you and that you're connected with him. But that doesn't mean don't ask him for things. Just remember that that's not the purpose of prayer. The purpose of prayer is recognizing that we have a God that truly loves you and that is for you and has your best intentions in mind. And the more we view prayer this way, the more we discover God's heart and intentions for our life. So what if by praying we can unlock more of God's heart? What if we could know God's true intentions for our life? What if we prioritize the relationship more than trying to get what we want?